he noted will instill fears as the country heads to the 2027 polls. On whether the country is heading in the right direction, the Archbishop called for introspection and take an about turn and take the right direction.
Abduction ama watu kuzolewa au kushikwa kwa sababu ya msimamo fulani au kujieleza kwa uwazi, I think ni jambo limepitwa na wakati. Kwa sababu jambo la kwanza, mwakumbuka wakati wa ukoloni, haya ndio yalikuwa yanatokea. Mtu unadhaniwa wewe, hata umewaza, umedhani, na unachukuliwa, unapelekwa kuumizwa, kufungiwa na kadhalika. Tunamsihi rais, kama ndiye anajua wanahusika, au kama yeyote yule anayenisikiliza wakati huu, it is bringing us back many years before independence. Na haya hata tusaidia hata kujenga confidence ya vijana wetu wa kesho. Kwa hivyo njia nzuri ni hata kama anajulikana, mtu huitwa akaonywa, mtu huitwa akashauriwa, mtu utafutwa kama yupo ameshikika. Na ukweli ni kwamba kwa sababu ya ile hali ya transition ambao tunayo hivi, watu wengi wanaangalia 2027 itaanza kuhesabika kama njia moja ya kutia watu hofu. So the point is we are all responsible, na ndipo sasa tunasema makanisa tunahusika, familia zinahusika, walimu wa mashule wanahusika, walimu wa university wanahusika. So tukubali kwamba tunawajibika. Tukianza kidole cha lawama, vitatu vyaniangalia.
Now, in his Christmas message to Kenyans, Azimio leader Raila Odinga has condemned increased cases of abductions and enforced disappearances in the country, terming them a national embarrassment. Odinga noted that the tactics to use abductions as a way of administering full justice have become of age, and any Kenyan found to be contravening the law should be dealt with lawfully.
This year has been very challenging to the people of Kenya. You've had serious economic problems. You've had challenges. You've had demonstrations. Lives have been lost in the course of this year. Innocent lives. But we have also seen something that we want to see end with this year. The issue of abductions of innocent people. This is a primitive thing. And it is something that is very strange. You cannot live in a country where people disappear or people are abducted for no other reason and kept incommunicado for a long time. That shows that there is no government. The government must take this matter seriously. And this thing must end completely. People have been abducted. Families have been left in pain. Many parents have been crying. Our child was abducted the other day, and by some people who are uniformed, and you have never seen this child up to now. These kind of things are very strange. So I want to urge the government to ensure that this matter ends completely this year. We want a safe and secure country. We want a safe and secure country. Gone were those days when they used to arrest you and take you to Nyayo House. But this then you're being taken to Nyayo House, which is a government institution. These days you're being taken to unknown places. We don't know, we don't want these kind of primitive things to happen in our country. It's primitive and it's unacceptable completely. So with those many remarks, I want to wish each and every Kenyan families all the best, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year 2025.
President William Ruto on Christmas Day urged Kenyans to celebrate with moderation and restraint to maintain order. This he said while attending a service in Olpisiai, Narok County, where he noted that families should protect their loved ones during the holidays and maintain the communal fabric of building the society. He further urged families to protect their youths, maintaining that they hold the blueprint for building a better nation and should be mentored and guided on the right path.
Na sisi wakati tunakumbuka kuzaliwa kwa Kristo, pia na sisi tuwakumbuke watoto wetu, tuwakumbuke familia zetu, na tukumbuke nchi yetu. Tuweze kutenda wema, tuweze kushughulikia mambo ya watoto wetu. Tuwachunge watoto wetu, tuwazuie na mambo ya madawa, mambo ya pombe, mambo ya tabia zisizo nzuri. Pia tulinde familia zetu. Kila mzee na mama tujue familia ndio msingi wa taifa. Watoto wetu ndio watakao shughulika na taifa letu kesho na siku zijazo. It is responsibility to us. Tuwe na watu wenye nidhamu na kutumia rasilimali Mungu ametupatia kwa njia nzuri. Tuweze kuzalisha chakula, tuweze kuzalisha mazao ambayo yanatupatia pesa, ndio tuweze kukuza uchumi wa taifa letu. Mimi ningependa kuwaambia ya kwamba tayari vile mnisikia nilitangaza wiki iliyopita, tumesambaza mbolea kila sehemu. Magunia milioni 100 tayari yamefika. Milioni 5 ingine itafika hapa kabla ya Februari.
National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has said the simmering differences between the political class and the church is not good for the peace and prosperity of the country. He spoke during a Christmas service. Wetangula said it was wrong for religious leaders and politicians to portray that there was a battle among the two organs. He pointed out that there was no competition between the church and politicians, noting that both were serving Kenyans. The speaker was speaking at St. Kizito Catholic Church in Kabuchai constituency in Bungoma County. He was accompanied by leaders, among them Wafula Wakoli, the senator for Bungoma County, Majimbo Kalasinga, member of parliament for Kabuchai, Kanduyi MP John Makali, John Waluke of Sirisia, and Principal Secretary Juma Mukhwana, as well as Joseph Nyongesa, the majority leader for the Bungoma County Assembly, among others.
Kwanza ni kuwaletea salamu za Krismasi, kutakia kila mmoja wetu, familia zetu, jamii zetu, tuwe na Christmas njema, na tukivuka mwaka tuwe na mwaka wa furaha. Kwa niaba ya bunge la kitaifa na bunge la seneti, ikiwa kiongozi wa Parliamentary Service Commission, nataka kuchukua nafasi hii kumtakia rais wetu William Samoei Ruto na familia yake Christmas njema, kuwatakia Wakenya wote popote walipo Christmas njema, Christmas isiyo na vizanga vya ukosefu wa usalama, Christmas isiyo na shida ya barabarani na maaccidents, ili Wakenya wote popote walipo washerekee kuzaliwa kwa Mwokozi wetu Yesu Kristo na kuvuka mwaka tuingie 2025 tukiwa familia ya Kenya ambayo tunajitahidi kujenga nchi yetu. Kanisa na serikali are partners. Na mimi nataka kuwaomba viongozi wote wa kisiasa na wa kanisa ya kwamba tusilumbane, because what the church does and what the government does is all geared towards improving the lives of the people of this country. So we have no competition between the secular leadership and the church leadership. because we all are concerned about making sure watu wanaishi maisha mzuri.
The Catholic Archbishop of the Nyeri Archdiocese, Anthony Muheria, has appealed to leaders to reduce the political heat that has continued to be witnessed in the country. Muheria, who presided over Christmas service at Our Lady of Consolata Catholic Church in Nyeri town, on the same breath urged Kenyans to be patient and have hope. Thereafter, he shared lunch with street families at the church grounds.
Like a child on a throne that is a manger, to remind us that we must be humble. God humiliates himself, humbles himself in order that he can save us. For all our leaders to learn that we need to calm down, to think of those who are down there, so that indeed, following the example of Jesus Christ, we can raise them up. That's an example for me as a religious leader, for a father in a family, and also for all leaders in corporates or even in our government. Humility, so that we can embrace truth, so that we can embrace those who do not have strength. In this holy year, we pray that the hope that does not deceive of God, the word, may resonate in the hearts of every single one of us, Christians and those who are not. But above all, may it resonate in our nation that badly needs truth, badly needs love, and badly needs care for those who are marginalized and living in miserable situations. It's my duty, and it's also yours, Kenyan. Let us get together to do good and stop competing to do evil.
Now, the Catholic Bishop of Eldoret, Dominic Kimengich, has urged the government to prioritize clear communication with citizens, warning that poor messaging is fueling resistance to potentially beneficial policies such as mass cattle vaccination and the Grade 9 transition. Speaking after presiding over a Christmas service at the Sacred Heart of Jesus Cathedral in Eldoret, Bishop Kimengich wondered why there was a big debate about mass vaccination of cattle and the ongoing transition of Grade 9, attributing it to lack of clarity in communication. The bishop further called on the government and other peace stakeholders to put in place proper mechanisms to sustain the peace that is currently being witnessed in the bandit-prone Kerio Valley region.
Hata sisi hatujui ni kwa nini haya mambo yameleta pingamizi. Labda ni communication, labda watu hawajaelezwa vizuri umuhimu wa hiyo chanjo ni nini na kwa nini inafanywa mass kila mahali, mass vaccination. So ni vizuri, it is a issue of communication, because when things are not clear, then people have doubts and they don't want to risk the animals. Kumbuka, some of the people here, they are farmers and they depend on the animals. So they don't want anything which will threaten their livelihoods. And that's why they are asking questions. They want to be given that assurance. Watu wanataka clarity. What exactly, what are we saying about Grade 9? Tunaona wakati hii CBC ilipokuja, okay, walituambia itaenda namna hii. But now there are issues which needs to be made very clear. Ili wazazi, watoto wanapoenda Grade 9, tunajua kwamba what follows after that. Because again, without that clarity and that proper communication, people are left in confusion. And even as the Catholic Church, we have been asking, make things very clear. If it means investing in CBC, let the money be put there, and let the structures be put there. Let the teachers be there to teach the Grade 9, and from there to follow the whole system through. So this is what we are asking. Let things really be put very clearly, because we don't want to rescue the lives of our students.
Prime Cabinet Secretary and Cabinet Secretary for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs Musalia Mudavadi is expected to grace the 45th Vihiga Lugoli Cultural Festival on Thursday at the Mbale Cultural Grounds. It is all systems go for the festival, with event organizers saying it will be a key reflection of the Lugoli culture. Diversification to accommodate the changing times has been emphasized, with this year's celebrations expected to attract guests from the region and beyond. Edward Ambeva, one of the event organizers, said the historical perspective of the Lugoli culture will feature prominently, with focus on youth as the key audience.
From Ethiopia, they came to Uganda, where now Murogori was called Muraguri. That is actually the name. But Muraguri and Lugori means the fortune teller or the medicine man. So Murugori was in Uganda, was like the medicine man, and was consulted in that order in relation to the other communities that were in Uganda.
Hapa kwa kujitayarisha mpango ya kesho kufuatana na hali yetu jinsi tulivyo. Maana kila mwaka tarehe 26 Disemba tunakutananga hapa kwa kuonyesha jinsi wa Maragoli wanavyokaa na wanavyoishi, na hii ndio moja ya ishara ya kuonyesha umoja wa Maragoli. Kwa vile tunaalika watu wetu, sherehe yetu bado ingali kama vile kawaida. Tarehe 26 kesho saa 3 asubuhi, kila mmoja mahali ulipo unakaribishwa.
Now, the festive season brought joy and warmth to Thika municipalities. Organizations and groups hosted a heartwarming Elderly's Day Out at Thika Greens Golf Course, Old Muranga Road. The event, held to honor and uplift the elderly, marked a meaningful conclusion to the year by spreading Christmas cheer and celebrating the contributions of senior citizens. The day was packed with engaging activities including health checkups, light exercise sessions, storytelling, and traditional music performances. Over 100 elderly residents also participated in interactive games, received wellness packages, and enjoyed a communal lunch that brought everyone together in the spirit of the festive season.
For the Elderly Day Out, which is basically a day for the elders, we as Rocky Africa Foundation, we realized that most of our elderly are forgotten. Most of them have health challenges, and most of them are also lonely. So we decided to set up this event to address some of these challenges. What we have been able to do here today, we have been able to do some medical checkups for the elderly. Some of the medical checkups that we have already done includes the BMI test. We have also done to them blood sugar tests. We have also done some physiotherapy.
Kama mtu alikuwa na shida ya mwili, anasikia ni kama alikuwa ameenda hospitali, sababu furaha ni dawa ya roho. Kwa hivyo sasa nashukuru na naomba Mungu aendelee kushikilia jabali ndio waweze kushika watu wengi na kuwasaidia wengi, kuwafurahisha wengi.
Kilifi residents have been assured of uninterrupted power supply and street lighting as they celebrate during this festive season. County Governor Gideon Mung'aro said that he was in talks with the Kenya Power Management in the area to ensure that all street lights and high mast lights remain powered despite an outstanding power bill that he promised to clear early January 2025. He also assured residents and visitors of their safety while visiting the beaches of Kilifi County by increasing the number of youth patrols to maintain security at the beach. Mung'aro also acknowledged that there had been a problem with paying salaries to some county employees, an anomaly he said had affected all the 47 county governments with a new payment system, but it has since been resolved.
Wana mkutano na shirika la Kenya Power kwa sababu sehemu nyingi mataa kuna ile ambayo inataka maintenance, kuna sehemu nyingi pia ilikuwa imezimwa mataa ya barabarani. Kwa hivyo kuanzia leo usiku mtaona tofauti katika kaunti nzima. Kwa sababu pia pesa zingine zilikuwa zimelipwa, lakini pia kama juzi tulipa milioni 20, lakini bado ilikuwa hawaja update their records. So tumekubaliana Kenya Power na leo tumekuwa na kikao na pia PS wa Energy ametoa amri kwamba maofisa wafanye kazi na kaunti kuhakikisha kila sehemu ya kaunti, hata kama kuna stima inadaiwa, moto urudishwe, yale balances zilizobaki tutalipa Januari. Matabu yetu hasikuwa sisi, pesa zimechelewa, tulipata pesa juzi, tunaendelea kulipa madeni yetu, lakini hatuwezi kuwa pia na kaunti ambayo inagiza wakati wa Christmas. Kwa hivyo mtaona sehemu nyingi, hata daraja leo ya bridge itawaka mataa, kila mahali kutakuwa na stima.
A section of Muslim clerics has appealed to the national government to consider remuneration of madrasa teachers in Sunday schools. Speaking in Eldoret, the clerics say formalizing religious-based education will go a long way to ease the burden of unemployed trained teachers in the country. Their comments come after Dadaab Member of Parliament Farah Malim urged the national government to integrate Duksi and madrasa into formal education, especially for nomadic communities. The clerics further proposed formulation of structures that will help in the recruitment and hiring of teachers who will be in charge of the centers registered either by national or county governments.
Pia tunaiomba serikali. Tunalia kwamba serikali imetusahau sisi viongozi wa dini. Viongozi wa dini ya Kiislamu, viongozi wa Sunday schools, serikali imetusahau. Ni kama sisi si wa Kenya, na sisi tunalipa ushuru, na sisi tunapiga kura, lakini tunaona yakija manufaa yanakwenda kwa watu wengine, sisi viongozi wa dini tumesahauliwa. Tunaiomba serikali na sisi viongozi wa dini ya Kiislamu na wenzetu wa Sunday schools watuweke katika mpango maalumu wa kupata mshahara kutoka kwa serikali. Serikali ituambie inataka tuwe na nini, ikiwa ni shahada fulani unataka tuwe nazo, tuzitafute tuzipate, wana masharti gani tuweke, lakini na sisi kama viongozi wa dini tuwe kila mwezi tuna kitu tunapata,
kwamba kama vile ambavyo wazee wanapewa kitu kila mwisho wa mwezi, kama vile ambavyo wale wasiojiweza PWDs wanapewa kitu kila mwisho wa mwezi, na kama vile wabunge ambao wamejaribu kuleta mswada ndani ya bunge kwamba viongozi wa mitaa, wazee wa mitaa waweze kuangaliwa na serikali kwamba wapate pato fulani katika kila mwisho wa mwezi.
Traffic operations continued on the Kakamega-Bungoma Road in Mayoni area where 100 cars were apprehended while the registration numbers were removed from 15 cars for violating the rules of the road. The Chief Traffic Officer from the Traffic Headquarters in Nairobi, Peter Odhiambo, said that the operation is aimed at ensuring that drivers and road users comply with traffic laws and follow road safety regulations. In addition, he urged drivers to be especially careful this Christmas season, stressing the importance of being careful to avoid road accidents. The search also aims to monitor the number of passengers transported in vehicles, as well as the speed of vehicles to ensure that drivers do not violate traffic laws.
I urge all road users to be careful, especially during the festive season. Drive carefully. There is no hurry, you are going home. Please observe all the road rules. Ensure your documents comply with the Traffic Act and all relevant acts. And ensure you are careful and you are observant of all traffic rules and ensuring that you care for other road users. Do not drive carelessly. Just ensure that you enjoy your Christmas and your New Year. We are just ensuring compliance. We are ensuring compliance. We are ensuring everybody complies with the road traffic rules, with the Traffic Act, NTSA Act, and all the relevant acts. So we are checking to ensure compliance. We are checking to ensure that they're observing the required speed limits. We are checking to ensure that they don't carry excess passengers, that the road service license is as it should be, and all other and every other law and every other rule that is prescribed in the acts and all the other relevant laws.
Kiambu Level 4 Hospital has received drugs and non-pharmaceutical products worth over 50 million as Governor Kimani Wamatangi pushes to implement his policy of having 90% stock in health facilities at any given time. While he was delivering non-pharms and drugs at Kiambu Level 5 Hospital, David Maina, the county health administrator, said that the county led by Wamatangi keeps the promise of having the hospital's drugs store well stocked to make sure that there is no shortage of drugs and non-farms.
Kazi hapa Kiambu Level 5 Hospital kwa department ya pharmacy. Nina furaha kujulisha wananchi kuna dawa tuko nazo za kutosha for sasa, tuko at 90%. Tulireceive dawa last week but one, kuna zingine tena tumeletewa leo. So wale wa pressure, wale wa diabetes, watu wazima, watoto mingi, tuko na aina mingi. Kujeni katika facility yetu na
Member of Parliament for Mumias East, Peter Salasia, has asked the National Assembly to amend laws that allow high taxes to be levied on products imported into the country through organizations and charities that aim to help the disabled. Speaking at Shianda Medical College grounds, Mumias East constituency, when providing persons living with disabilities with equipment to use, including wheelchairs and other equipment, Salasia say that the high tax levied on foreign organizations has contributed to many organizations withdrawing in giving aid. The MP has also asked persons living with disabilities in his constituency to come forward and register so that they can be helped.
The biggest problem that we're having in this country ni mambo ya taxation to the organizations ambazo they are having mambo ya the good intentions to support our people. Ndio umeona ya kwamba mzigo kama huu kutoka kule nchi za nje zinatoka huko wanawekea taxation. Nataka niulize the National Treasury, kwa sababu we know you are the people who makes these laws, and we know that ya kwamba the National Assembly of today doesn't have a lot of power. It has been taken over by the executive. Na kwa hivyo nyinyi mkileta sheria yoyote, nataka naulize kwa heshima ya kwamba anything ambayo inatoka nje ya Kenya ambayo ni organization, tutoe the taxes zote ili ya kwamba zikaweze kufikia wananchi wa Kenya. Hatuwezi kukazia wananchi wa Kenya kwa maisha, tena kuwakazia kwa vitu ambazo ama wale watu organization ama partners ambao wako na good intentions to support our people. Nataka niulize ya kwamba we want to see, as we enter into the new year of 2025, we want to see a new policy touching on anything that is coming in this country. It should be of free, na isikuwe na taxation yoyote ama duty yoyote, na hiyo nataka the National Treasury ilete katika bunge ili ya kwamba tukupitishe. Kwa sababu mimi nikianza, sisi watu wengine wanadharau sana bunge. Sasa hiyo ndio imesha take over. Sasa hii inaendea kwa mtu mmoja ambaye take over this country, na lazima pia sikize, na hii it belongs only to one person who is the president.
All right, allow me to wrap it up at that point for tonight. Thank you very much for watching. We're glad that you've chosen us tonight. We value your audience, and I hope that you are up to date on what is making headlines across the country. I really hope that you've had a fantastic Christmas day and that you've enjoyed and eaten really well. There's a joke that goes around, WhatsApp and memes that says, venye umeshiba ndio waluya usikia kila siku. So I really hope you are at that particular level. So allow me to call it a night. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, right here, because tomorrow will be Boxing Day actually. And enjoy the rest of your programming. Good night. Merry Christmas.